For a large amount of my life, I have been consuming a lot of motivational videos, and when I say a lot, I mean that. I consume like 3 hours a day, clickbait finance content, motivational TikToks, motivational speeches on YouTube, like everything you can imagine. So I did that every single day, and I just consumed and I consumed and I consumed, and it went to the point that nothing gave me stimulation and nothing gave me even motivation. Like these supposedly motivational speeches didn't even give me any motivation, so I don't know if you could call it motivational speech consuming. But anyway, I was just a junkie of that content. I consumed it a lot. And to be honest, right now, I don't know anything that they preached to me that I know today. Just all of this was just wasted time towards nothing, because this is just it. I haven't gained anything from consuming all of these motivational speeches. Sometimes I've heard advice from people that I've already heard, like on lectures and on longer format podcast and just longer format videos that aren't as edited and aren't as hyper stimulating. But of course, it's hard to break the cycle when you consume this. And one day I just decided to drop all of this and start my own motivational theme page. And it went pretty well. And I think I gained like 1,300 subscribers on YouTube, which isn't that much, but it's still like, it was still a huge amount of progress from going to like consuming 3 hours today to being a producer of these speeches and all this motivational content. So I really think that it's important for us to always see progress as something great. Do not compare yourself to these giants in the motivational theme pages and these things, because if you don't have the quality and you don't really know how to produce as high quality video as them, then it can be really, really hard for you to get the same amount of traction as them. But now I'm going on a side tangent here. So when I decided to do that, I dropped all of that and I started to just create more, but I still consumed a lot because I couldn't just drop it, and it was really, really hard for me to drop. But I want to give you a very, very great piece of advice if you want to quit this, and it is mindfulness. And mindfulness is a skill that will help you with your focus. I'll put up a list of all of the benefits that mindfulness has. So that list is huge, like depression, stress reducing, anxiety reducing, and just pure, it helps you focusing. It's just pure value you're getting from meditation. And meditation and mindfulness practices is that something that don't take a lot of time, but they are very, very boring. But if you want to improve your micro focus, like getting into a flow state like I am right now, or getting to work, or making a great decision, or just keeping your focus and not switching from business model to business model and just focusing on one thing, meditation will be the habit for you. So what I want you to do, I will do a quick meditation session with you here very, very quickly. So grab your phone, set an alarm on like, I would say just 1 minute, close your eyes, and then you focus on your breathing. Just try to feel every single sensation of your breath. And what happens is that your mind will drift away. We call this mind wandering. So when your mind wanders and it goes away into another direction, you think about something. It can be a memory or just a random thought that pops up into your brain. And as soon as you realize that this has happened, I want you to just go back into following your breath. Don't put any emotion to it. Don't think anything of it. Just go back to your breathing pattern, because if you start questioning it, like, why did I mind wander and why did this happen, what will happen is that you will just be doing the exact same thing, mind wandering, because you are still thinking about something and you aren't being mindful and present of your breath. So that's why it's really, really important for you to, as soon as you have noticed that you are mind wandering, just go back to that. And I actually have a really, really nice streak on meditation, which I haven't purposely gotten. I had just meditated every single day for 170 days. It's almost 6 months. I think it's about like 5.5 months. And that is really, really nice. So I think that is the level that you can get to. but don't set your expectations too high in the beginning. Just start small with just a 1 or 2 minute sessions every single day, and over time I want you to do something that is called progressive overload. And progressive overload means that you are increasing the amount, and now we're talking in time and in sessions it can be as well, because if you're meditating 3 times a week, 2 minutes per day, I want you to up that to maybe 3 times per week and 2.5 minutes, and then you up that to 4 times 2.5 minutes, and then you just keep on doing that every single week. And when you feel comfortable, like you're on 10 minutes a day, that's really great. And try to just get to that point, and that is one of the greatest things that you can do right now to cure your focus, because meditation will help you with that cycle of going back. So for example, if you were supposed to do your deep work or to study or do something that requires a lot of focus, and you just started to consume mindless content onto YouTube, then what you can do is just go back to that and get into a deep workflow, just because you haven't practiced meditation over a certain amount of time. And do not expect the results to come instantly, because this is a skill that you need to level up. And after a month or something like that, you will experience so many great results. So that's how I have cured my focus. And another tip that I want to give is just do the hardest task in the morning. For example, if you need to study, just wake up, don't eat anything, just sit down and study. You can maybe like take a cold shower and brush your teeth, but don't do anything more than that. Just sit down, study, sit down and script some YouTube videos, sit down and do the most important work, and just nail down on one path. Do not go into many directions, because what will happen is your energy is just limited and you won't be able to go very far in 1 or 2 things, because your energy is just spread across small things like switching business model, and your brain power is just sapped by that. So it's really important for you to just focus on one thing. And if you want a more in-depth guide on this, or a longer video where I explain every single thing on a much more detailed level, you can comment that down below, because I would happily do a half an hour or an hour long video about speaking about what business thing to do, or what project to get into, or just how to focus more or to do that. If you would want longer videos, you can comment that down below, and you can subscribe if you found some value out of this video, and see you in the next one.